right. So, here's a great little tip that I find is overlooked more often than not, communication. I think when you really step back and you really look at the personnel management and the relationships you're trying to have with your staff as well as with your patients, you're going to quickly realize that good communication is the universal solvent to all problems. It's very clear to me that any upset you've had is often connected to some form of miscommunication, lack of communication, or somebody giving you over communication in some area that's not relevant. So the question is, how can I improve the communication within my office? Well, that first starts with your willingness and desire to get trained on learning the components of what good communication really is. There are distinct components that make up good communication. You must first get one's attention. All too often, people are grabbing you in the hall and they're throwing this at you or they're emailing you this big long email. They haven't taken the time to actually get you to focus on the communication at hand. Once one gets your attention, they must communicate to you with intention, not just fly by night communication, but actually have true intention of making a difference. So, with good attention and intention on the person they're talking to, I would be the person at cause giving the information to the next person. I then need to be patient and let them think with the information I gave them so that they can duplicate it. And then they must respond back. Do you know what it's like when you talk to somebody and you say something to them and their response back to you looks like this? And you're like, did you get that? You know, even when I'm lecturing and I go around the country, I lecture and I see people in the room and they're like, yeah, okay. And they're blinking, they're shaking their head, and they're going, mm-hmm. I see other people just, stiff woodland animals just looking at me with no reaction at all. That's a break in communication. They're not giving you any acknowledgement back that they're duplicating what you're saying. So, in order for you to have effective communication in your office, please communicate in a way that they can duplicate and that they can reciprocate back and give you some form of acknowledgement. With that, you need to understand that there are multiple forms of communication. We've got text communication, voicemail communication, email communication, face-to-face, phone. All of those are vastly different forms of communication. And in those different forms of communication, there are different ways in which you have to handle them. I actually have a full sheet policy on how we communicate by text and when and what and why. How we communicate by email. When should I expect a response back? It is totally disrespectful if you shoot an email to somebody and they do not reply back with at least, okay, good, got it. Anyways, I've got tons of details on that. If you want to hear more about that, just go ahead and click the comment section below. Call me. I'd be happy to share it with you. I think it's longer than a 2-minute video, and I can give you that breakdown of how you could have improved communication in your office between you and your staff, as well as your staff and your patients. So give us a call, 410-384-9242. Thank you.